It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings' speedy running back. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Vikings and the Browns. And it's
EA Sports
up
coverage
next.
of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Buckeye, the young rookie QB from Ohio State.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Crowd getting in a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCall. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. McCall
working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
And the Browns' 1st down.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Hampton.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. Now 3rd down and 7.
Gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. McCall. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go up the middle with Chubb. And a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
2nd and 4. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
3rd and 19.
Operating from the gun, McCall. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he stopped immediately there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Chubb will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes a receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
Frustrated.
oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hampton. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. In motion left is Wilson.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Shoves him aside and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Chubb powering his way forward. And down he'll go at the 25. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
They'll run on 1st down. Hampton.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now McCarthy. Slant route, and he's got Addison.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Running right, Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Brings up second and goal.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another second and goal.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll run here on third and goal. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. So that, Charles, a big decision there on fourth and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. There's a nice move.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still first down.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Again, they turn to Ford.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to throw.
McCall.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Browns first down.
They run with Ford.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, McCall. He finds his man, complete. It's Newton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Browns.
On the ground, it's Ford. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Chubb running right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCall
throwing quickly to Wilson. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to him up the middle. Runs through the contact. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McCall. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this will be incomplete.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Here's Hardman to return.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory.
We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. McCall. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. McCall. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. But they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Still first down.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try the left side. Hampton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Forced out to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCall. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And his throw here's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Chubb. Shoves him aside. Oh, one more time. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. McCall
throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Browns offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
78 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They run the counter. Hampton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Hampton. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were thrown for a loss.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Throwing to start the drive. McCall, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
First down, Browns.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A give. This is Chubb. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Off the bootleg, McCall steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. A run for Nick Chubb. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Off the play fake, McCall. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. McCarthy setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here's 3rd and 7. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Throwing to start the drive. McCall. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Looking to throw. McCall.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 12. A minute 53 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Finding Hardman.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Into space at the 45.
And all the way up to the 45-yard line.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
He finds his man complete. That's Hampton. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. McCarthy going to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So a defensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. So the kick is through, but they'll get no closer than 5 in the end as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Browns, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.